If you're searching for the fastest way to learn the Arabic language and you are tired of feeling lost, overwhelmed, or stuck in endless grammar explanations, this video is for you because I will teach you how to learn the Arabic language as fast as how I tie my turban before I talk to you. The way how we do it at Andalus Institute. Here I am in the dashboard. When you first go to the dashboard, you will see that you have different levels. So if I go into the first level, so I show you the first lesson on how to actually put this method of learning a language into practice, which is by memorizing vocabulary in context. So you understand that vocabulary, how the Arabs use it. So first you will go ahead and watch the lesson. So as you can see, first you go over the vocabulary lesson. You take new vocabulary, new expressions, you write it on your محفظة المفردات, which we provide to you. Then you learn certain durus like pronouns in this case. And then I teach you, for example, how to memorize it. And so the point is that you watch the lesson, you learn how this vocabulary is being used in context from contextual texts, then you write it in your vocabulary wallet, and then you memorize it. Then once you feel ready, you mark this as watched, and you go ahead and book a call with your instructor. Tamam. So in this case, as you can see here, I have Ustad Yusuf, and students as well, if their Ustad doesn't have enough available slots, they can go ahead and check other instructors as well, or other available times with those instructors. And then what you do is you go ahead and you book a call with one of the instructors. And as you can see now, I have a booked appointment with my instructor that you can make sure you don't miss by looking at the class calendar. You will receive a message as well. So as you can see, it's this one right here. And when it's time to join, you go ahead and join the lesson. Now, the question is, what happened in this lesson, which I'm going to show you right now. So here, as you can see, I have something called the instructor calls guide. Now, this is something the instructor will have, but I will show it to you so you understand the context of what I'm trying to show you. You will actually have your own guide, but this is more explanatory of what actually happens and what is the thought process behind it. So the instructor will, in the beginning, congratulate you that you have reached that level, and then he will show you the roadmap. So in this case, the lesson that we just booked a call for is part of the A1 levels, which is the first lesson. Now, as you can see, in this part of this, in this stage, for the A1 from lesson 1 to 10, the goal is for you to memorize 500 Arabic root words, handle basic everyday interactions with memorized phrases, reduce language switching, speak at 20 to 40 words per minute, and read at around, if it gets to 30 words per minute, then that will be perfect. And whatever is below, then that's normal. And here we are going to make you be capable of greet people and introduce oneself, ask and answer simple personal questions, name, age, nationality, how are you, talk about family, daily routines, weather, understanding, use basic pronouns, recognize and read short text with harakat, follow very simple instructions or announcements. Now, the point of this guide is that the instructor, all instructors, we are doing the same thing, which is making you go through this roadmap until the end of the program. And as you can see, the roadmap, it gets from a very simple goal to a more advanced goal on B2 level. Now here, for lesson 1, the instructor is going to be following all of this. So hold a short exchange using only familiar vocabulary such as greetings, asking one's state, name, asking and responding to how someone is doing. So you would go to the call that we booked here, which I show you already. Tamam, this one right here. Okay, so it's happening in 5 days. And so the instructor will walk you through this lesson roadmap, right? So he will start trying to exchange with you. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, kayf al-hal, how are you doing, etc., etc. Then we will ask you about your name, how are you, and so on. And we will try to make sure that you differentiate in between masculine and feminine, which is something that's part of lesson number 1. Then from amongst other exercises as well, on lesson number 1 as an example, obviously the level increases, there's different exercises. Here, we make the student translate the sentence in English, then cover the translation and make him repeat the same activity 2-3 times, randomly picking sentences until he is able to do it quickly. Then repeat the same process with the English pronouns. The student should translate them to Arabic, then cover the translation and point to random pronouns. The student should be able to quickly translate them to Arabic. If that's not the case, repeat the process until he's able to do so. And then similar exercises, then make him practice what they just trained on by translating these short sentences. And then as you can see on the screen, for each lesson, the instructor will have a final learning goals checklist. So in this lesson number 1, for example, the student should be able to read fluently short paragraphs with harakat, good understanding of basic salutations, ability to use pronouns correctly, differentiate between the pronouns, and when talking to different genders, grasp the method of forming nominatives, so sentences that start with a noun, sentences with pronouns and nouns. And as you can see, for each lesson, after each lesson, you are going to be tested, you are going to be handheld, you're going to be put to test through all of these different exercises to make sure that you progress as you put it in practice. So you're learning, you're memorizing, you put it into practice, and you have a vetted Arabic teacher that himself will be talking to you in Arabic throughout the process. And little by little, until you reach the 70 plus lessons, you get to be able to learn the Arabic language from zero to fluency in being able to speak very comfortably the language. So as you have seen, this is how students at Andalus Institute, they go, and after 16 lessons, they are able to fully speak in Arabic by learning from this book, Kashf al-Mufradat. If you're interested into actually learning more about the structure and how it works and the nitty-gritties that I haven't gone over here, go to the first link in the description. It's going to bring you to our website, Andalus Institute. Read through it, watch the video in there so you can learn better on how you can follow a proven step-by-step progress to actually get to the point where you are able to understand the Quran by yourself and understand Islam and have access to the scholars and the scholarly works. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.